What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come on, you guys. Well, another video today. Is Remote Duel still alive? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about the yes, no, maybe, and why overall with everything. I enjoy Remote Duels. I actually love playing them. And I think a lot of players actually do enjoy playing Remote Duels. But I feel like Konami, once again, and this is going to sound like a broken record, but has dropped the ball on what Remote Duels could have been. Now, for anyone who wants to know the question if his Remote Duel is gone, well, technically yes for you, but no for other things that you might be interested in. So, right now, as far as Remote Duels, there is a Remote Duel main event happening in December. We have one in January, we have one in February, and we also have one in March. So basically, the next coming months, you have a Remote Duel event happening, a main event every single month. Unfortunately, it's not TCG related unless you count speed duels. There's speed duels, duel links, and mass duels. So if you want to play in Konami's Remote Duel main event, there is 3 main events, just not actually TCG Remote Duels for the regular card game. There's no Edison Remote Duels. There's only speed duel, duel links, and mass duel. The reason why Remote Duels came in because of the pandemic, and everyone basically couldn't go to their local card store, couldn't go to a bigger Yu-Gi-Oh event, so basically stood home and played Yu-Gi-Oh from their house. I love Remote Duels. I enjoy Remote Duels. I really hope Konami does more for Remote Duels because this could be huge still. This is the thing. This has massive potential, but what is Konami going to do about it? Well, from what we've seen, they've shrank Remote Duels into just 3 main events, that's it. Usually able to do Remote Duels and do side event for regional flights. Usually able to get tickets and redeem those tickets online. Used to be able to play in a Remote Duel TCG main event. It was really fun. They even live streamed it, which was really, really cool. I enjoyed watching the live streams. I know a lot of you people also did. And for those competitive players like myself, it was cool to see, hey, maybe I could be on the live stream in Konami's Remote Duel main event. All I gotta do is just play in a Remote Duel main event. Sounds fun. But Konami has since then taken it down. This could be because of many things. I think ideally the main reason is because Yu-Gi-Oh players playing Remote Duels are going under some kind of scrutiny. And, you know, we'll give the salt and the sugar to this whole situation, but the good and the bad is Remote Duels were kind of stressful for a lot of people involved. Some judges were treating Remote Duel locals like a Remote Duel, like an actual YCS, and players could potentially get in a lot of trouble where in locals they really wouldn't. Some judges were just looking a blind eye as players blatantly cheated in Remote Duels. And this made players want to play less Remote Duels. Why play in an event in which players can cheat in, bluntly, multiple times in the same event, live, on stream even, as Konami looks the other way and gives prize support to those players who were blatantly cheated? This has happened many times. There's times where you hear stories about bad judges and nothing happening as far as the judges being reprimanded or the players being let off or at least given some sort of apology. Players have had to deal with crap because of Remote Duel bad judging. And then we have just the overall theme of why would I still do Remote Duels when I actually just could physically go to my locals? I can't answer all those questions or all those situation scenarios, but the last one I can speak to. The reason why I personally like Remote Duels is because I can play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Multiple times throughout the day, 7 days a week. And I enjoy that personally, and I really wish Konami did more for Remote Duels. And what I mean by that is, it's not the OTS running Remote Duels that can't do more, it's Konami that should do more. Let me explain. If Konami said, hey, listen, you enter a Remote Duel locals, we'll give you twice the OTS packs. That means $5 gets you 2 OTS packs. If you pay $10, you get 4 OTS packs for entering this event. We can even more in prize support. I think we would see more players do Remote Duels if there was more, keyword here, incentivization. Something Konami lacks constantly. Now, OTS packs cost Konami literally nothing to make, almost nothing at all, and it generates some money. So this is basically their main selling tactic. And going to locals, a lot of players like to go to locals to get an OTS pack because the chance of pulling a money card is pretty fun and it's pretty exciting. Even the super rares are really cool. But doing a Remote Duels is the same as doing Yu-Gi-Oh locals, except you don't get the OTS pack immediately, you don't get the pricing immediately, and that's nothing on the locals running. Once again, that is Konami because they don't give more incentivization. And I think with lack of incentivization, players pretty much was like, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not dealing with this. I've had to go to my locals. I can only do my locals 1 or 2 times a week. Screw it. I'll just go there physically play Yu-Gi-Oh! I won't have judges breathing down my neck. I won't have Konami just giving, me nothing or barely acknowledging me because we don't run at main events. I won't have any of that crap. I'll just go to locals and hang out with my buddies. Now, I do think that Remote Duels definitely has a chance of coming back. I think it's going to take a cry from the community, which I doubt will happen unless Konami fixes a lot of issues. And I'm not doing this thing where I'm just attacking all judges. I'm just talking from personal experience, as well as knowing and talking to other people that did a lot of Remote Duels and hearing their experience about how some of the judges were pretty rough on a Remote Duel locals. That's the facts. That's the truth. Some of the judges were treating it like a locals, that they were just judging. That's also true. A lot of the judges, by the way, Remote Duels, are really good people. In fact, I would say 9 out of 10 of them, really good people. But it's that one that messes it up for everybody else and goes unreprimanded by Konami. That's the issue. Going back to Remote Duels, though, I do like the pricing structure. I like the price support. And once again, I love the ability to play from my house. I hate going outside. I am a shut-in. I hate traveling 3, 4, 5 hours to play the regionals. Hopping on a plane to fly to play Yu-Gi-Oh! For the weekend at a YCS, or do it from my house. I'd rather take my house every single time. And I think a lot of players agree because 1, it saves you money. 2, you get to be home, use your own bathroom, eat your own food, and you go outside for your own smoke. My door is right there. I go outside for my own smoke breaks. I enjoy that rather than traveling and dealing with all that crap that you have to do at a regular event. The problem is, once again, Konami always lacked, as they always have, incentivization to enter these events and incentivization for players to actually do more of these. Konami keeps having these goofy surveys, but they don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't care about surveys! God, it's so aggravating, because surveys are literally just, and they try to bribe you. It doesn't work, Konami. They're atrocious. The percentage of people in your surveys are not the percentage of people overall. If you want to get an overall sentiment from the community, try new things, constantly, all the time. Add more incentivization as far as Remote Duels. And by the way, increase your social media presence. The only way you can find out about these Remote Duel events, the only way you find out about any changes, is you went to Konami's official website and you clicked on all of these. That's the only way you're going to find out. That's it. That's the only way you're going to find out. Other than that, you're not finding out. Other than that, you're not knowing. Other than that, it's literally, unless someone at your locals, someone in your Yu-Gi-Oh! Group tells you, you're not going to do it. You're not going to know. Because Konami does not have any idea how to actually get real communication out to the community. It's very simple. Twitter, Instagram, fucking Facebook. Go on there, post, repost, spam post. The more you make your events known to the community, the more people are going to be, at least have knowledge that you have an event for the community, and they're going to want to get involved. The issue with Remote Duels, and what really started slowing it down as well, was lack of communication for Remote Duel main event extravaganzas, which players would used to flock to and has since declined heavily in lieu of other events such as regionals, YCS, and other events, so on and so forth. Being a smart company, I would have no regionals ran on the weekends. I run extravaganzas as well as YCS, making players want to watch the live streams of both events or participate in the extravaganza. It's just a smart business move. Why are you competing against yourself? It makes zero sense, but once again, hence Konami. Now, I do think that Remote Duels are a great way for a lot of you to play still, and there's still a lot of great places doing Remote Duels. Locals are still firing off Remote Duels. Waffles and Enthusiasm is doing it 3 times a week. There used to be a PlayStation to be able to do it. I believe it was like 6 times a week, but they since then slowed down. Hopefully you see more of that, because I personally love Remote Duels. When I start streaming again, I want to stream Remote Duels again because I love Remote Duels. It's more fun for me. I hate leaving my house. I like staying home. I literally have a little fun fact. Can I show you? Yeah, whatever. I'll show you. Okay. This is my computer, right? You're looking at it, right? This is my Remote Duel setup, okay? This over here is my MacBook. It's actually right behind my computer screen. This right here, that is a second Remote Duel setup. The reason why is because in case I want to change ways of doing Remote Duels from one end to the other. That's how much I love Remote Duels. It's really fun. And that's how much I hate going to fucking other places, traveling to other places to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's cool too sometimes, but when every weekend you're grinding, traveling, it does suck really fast. Staying home playing remote duels is definitely a better way for a lot of players, including myself. And for a lot of players, they just can't, they don't have the ability to go somewhere. Some locals, for some players, is really far away. And remote duels is that outlet for those players to earn OTS packs, to participate in the game, to be competitive from the luxury of their own home. And it'd be great to see more remote duel events. I still like seeing the fact that we do have remote duel regionals. For a lot of players, you might not know this, but there is remote duel regionals. And that is a massive, massive, massive way for players to participate. It's a lot smaller than regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals, and it's a lot easier, in my personal opinion, compared to regular regionals. Regular regionals, top 8 wins a mat. Remote duels, sometimes top 8, sometimes top 4, but nevertheless, the player pool is going to be smaller, but it's still going to have good players in it. It's really fun, and once again, in case you guys didn't hear me, you could do this from your own home. You could do this from your own home. Fuck smelly ass regionals. I hate going to regionals and dealing with all the stink smell, just assholes out there. It's just easier. Yes, it's always fun to go with your friends to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, sure, but like I said, you do enough of that, it just gets boring. And Konami lacking incentivization, regionals for me is a winner mat. They don't have nothing else. Oh, you get your invite. I have mine. Now what? It's a winner mat. That's what it is. Win a little clout, nobody cares. The next day. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game of players who have amnesia as far as who are the winners. If you are a winner today, no one's going to remember that next week. In fact, as you're walking out that event, people are already forgetting your name. You have to be consistent as a winner. And consistently winning regionals is the dumbest thing ever. The rewards points grind is a joke because you're still going to go to playoffs, and for what? To get burnt out in time on playoffs? Oh, but you got to win a prize card. You have to eBay. That, which, by the way, if you sell, doesn't make with the money you put in for that, all those regionals you entered in to even get to the war points. It makes no fucking sense. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, I think remote duels can come back. I think remote duels is really good. But the truth is, it can only come back if Konami does more for it. It can only come back if Konami adds more for the players. And it can only come back if we see players wanting to do it. And the only way they're going to want to do it in this game, remote duels, if Konami actually sets it up. At the end of the day, it's all on Konami to get this going. It always has been, always will be. The reason remote duels went down isn't because players went back to locals, it's because Konami just left it out there floating and said, gee, why is it not doing so good? You got to keep adding more carrots on that stick, or the players are not going to stop, or not going to go after it and bite it anymore. That's the truth of it. That's the facts. Konami just stopped doing anything. The reason why locals works is because that's all players have until the bigger events. And the bigger events, well, they're slowly starting to decline. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more big events, Yu-Gi-Oh! Related big events, declining. And the reason why is very simple. Because you are providing less incentivization to a player base with a, let's be honest with you, more decks in the meta, but more a higher cost. With the next bans coming through, that might change as well. You gotta do more to keep your players in your game, playing your game, amongst other games out there trying to get these same players. And I just don't see Konami doing anything. Once again, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. I do like remote duels. I hope we see more remote duel events in the future. But as it stands right now, remote duels is limited to speed duels, duel links, and master duel. TC remote duels is pretty much gone unless you want to do regionals or locals. And if you do want to do locals, let me know because I really do enjoy remote duel locals, and I can't wait to start streaming it again. Check me out on Twitch for that when that does happen. It's your boy V, and you guys also have a great day.